Canada's immigration crackdown. Thousands more to leave after 70,000 international students. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. Today, we're diving into a critical and fast-evolving topic, Canada's immigration crackdown. Thousands of immigrants are set to leave the country by 2024, and the story begins with over 70,000 international students facing expiring postgraduate work permits. But that's just the start. Many more, including temporary workers, may follow due to tighter immigration policies. We'll cover everything you need to know about these recent changes, from how they impact low-wage workers and international students to what regions are hit the hardest. Most importantly, we'll explore what options still exist for those hoping to stay in Canada. And trust me, you'll want to stick around to uncover how this crackdown is unfolding and the potential solutions available for immigrants. Don't miss out on any of these insights. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with the latest on Canada's immigration policies. Let's get started. Canada has long been a destination for immigrants seeking better opportunities, but recent immigration policy changes are leading to significant shifts. With over 70,000 international students facing the possibility of having to leave the country by the end of 2024 due to expiring postgraduate work permits, many more immigrants, including temporary workers, may follow suit. This widespread impact comes from policy changes aimed at reducing Canada's reliance on foreign workers and adjusting to changing labor market demands. Postgraduate work permit crisis. 70,000 international students in limbo. The situation for international students is particularly alarming. Over 70,000 international students who came to Canada with the hope of using their education as a pathway to permanent residency now face a stark reality. As their postgraduate work permits, PGWPs, expire, the limited opportunities for permanent residency, PR, have left many in limbo. Canada's Canadian Experience Class, CEC, a key pathway for international graduates to transition to PR, has seen fewer invitations and delayed draws throughout 2024. Recent changes have also imposed limits on the number of provincial nominations, making it harder for students to secure a nomination under Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs. This cap on nominations, combined with delayed express entry draws, has caused international graduates to worry about their future in Canada. Without a clear path to extend their work permits or secure PR, many may have to return to their home countries after spending years studying, working, and contributing to Canada's economy. Crackdown on temporary foreign workers. More to follow. While the 70,000 international students are grabbing headlines, they're just the beginning. Another significant group affected by the crackdown is temporary foreign workers, TFWs. The Canadian government has tightened restrictions on the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, TFWP, particularly for low-wage positions. In regions with an unemployment rate of 6% or higher, obtaining a Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, a requirement for employers to hire foreign workers, has become more challenging. Recent updates show that LMIA processing for low-wage positions has been paused in high unemployment regions like Montreal, creating even more uncertainty for temporary workers. The government's reasoning is clear: with rising unemployment and more Canadians looking for work, priority must be given to domestic workers. As a result, employers are finding it harder to justify hiring foreign workers, and those already in the country may find themselves without an opportunity to extend their work permits. Jobs in sectors like hospitality, retail, and manufacturing, traditionally reliant on temporary foreign workers, are among the hardest hit by the LMIA changes. Quebec and regional variations. Where the policies hit hardest. Quebec is an example of how the immigration crackdown varies regionally. The province has introduced stricter rules for low-wage workers, particularly in the Montreal area. Starting in September 2024, new LMIA applications for low-wage jobs in the Montreal region are being paused for 6 months. This has left many foreign workers, especially those in low-wage industries like hospitality and manufacturing, uncertain about their future. At the same time, some rural areas and sectors critical to food security, like agriculture and food processing, have been spared from the most stringent LMIA rules. Provinces such as Saskatchewan and Manitoba continue to offer pathways for workers in these essential industries. This creates a divided landscape, where immigrants working in critical sectors may still have opportunities, while those in urban areas face tougher restrictions. The broader impact. Immigration cuts across sectors. Canada's immigration cuts are not limited to just students and low-wage workers. The skilled worker category has also seen changes. The global talent stream and other high-wage immigration programs remain intact, but they are being scrutinized more carefully. Employers now face additional hurdles when applying for LMIAs for high-wage positions as well. The reasoning behind these changes stems from a desire to ensure that Canadian workers are prioritized and that employers are not misusing immigration programs to fill jobs that Canadians could occupy. The government is also responding to public pressure amid growing concerns about housing affordability and job availability. As more Canadians struggle to find employment, particularly in low-wage sectors, the government is focusing on tightening immigration programs to address these concerns. Protests and advocacy. The growing outcry. As expected, these immigration policy changes have sparked protests across the country. Many of the 70,000 international students have joined forces with temporary foreign workers to demand action from the government. Advocacy groups such as the Najuan Support Network have organized demonstrations in cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, calling for clearer pathways to permanent residency and extensions on work permits. These groups argue that international students and foreign workers are essential to Canada's economy. Many of these individuals worked in frontline jobs during the pandemic and are now facing uncertainty about their future. The protests are not just about securing legal status, they are about fairness and recognition of the contributions these immigrants have made to the country. What's next for Canada's immigration system? Thanks for staying with us this far. We appreciate your time and hope you're finding this information valuable. Now, let's dive deeper into what's next for Canada's immigration system. As we look ahead to 2024 and beyond, it's clear that the government is taking a more cautious approach to immigration. The focus is shifting towards skilled workers, domestic labor, and ensuring that the immigration system supports Canada's long-term economic goals. However, there are still opportunities for immigrants to find a pathway to stay in Canada. Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs, remain a viable option for many, especially those working in high-demand sectors like healthcare, agriculture, and technology. Some provinces are even creating new pathways for immigrants with skills in critical industries. For example, Saskatchewan recently announced new PR pathways for skilled workers in agriculture and healthcare, two sectors facing severe labor shortages. Other provinces, such as Ontario and Alberta, are focusing on expanding their nominee programs to attract immigrants with skills that match their economic needs. What can immigrants do? For those facing the end of their work or study permits, it's essential to act quickly. Here are some potential strategies. 1. Explore Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs. Each province and territory in Canada has its own provincial nominee program, with specific criteria based on local labor market needs. For instance, provinces like British Columbia prioritize tech professionals through the Tech Pilot, while Saskatchewan and Alberta focus on agriculture and healthcare workers. These streams allow individuals with the right skills and qualifications to secure nominations, which can significantly improve chances of obtaining permanent residency. Some PNPs offer express entry options, so review your eligibility based on the demand in each province. 2. Leverage French language skills. French proficiency has become a highly sought-after skill in certain immigration streams, even beyond Quebec. For example, the Francophone Mobility Program allows qualified French-speaking candidates to bypass the LMIA requirement. Additionally, provinces like Ontario and New Brunswick prioritize bilingual applicants in their PNPs. Even a basic understanding of French could improve your eligibility, and for those willing to invest in language courses, this could be a strategic move to increase their Comprehensive Ranking System (CRS) score in express entry. 3. Stay updated on immigration draws. Although express entry draws have slowed down recently, staying informed about future Canadian Experience Class (CEC) or provincial-specific draws is crucial. Monitoring announcements and preparing your documentation in advance can give you a competitive edge when these draws resume. Additionally, consider newer immigration pathways like the Atlantic Immigration Program (AIP), which targets specific regions in Atlantic Canada. AIP is ideal for those willing to work in key industries in provinces like Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland and Labrador. Keep an eye on these programs as they continue to provide opportunities for skilled workers in various sectors. 4. Consider alternative visa options. If securing permanent residency is challenging at the moment, consider switching to another temporary visa. Postgraduate work permit extensions. Some individuals may be eligible for an extension depending on new policy announcements, especially in sectors where labor shortages persist. It's important to note that postgraduate work permit extensions must be applied for before your current visa expires to ensure you maintain legal status in Canada. Visitor visa. While this doesn't allow employment, transitioning to a visitor visa can provide additional time to explore job offers, work permits, or PNP opportunities. Make sure to apply for a visitor visa before your current visa expires to avoid any gaps in your legal status. 5. Seek a Bridging Open Work Permit, BOWP. If you have already applied for permanent residency but your current work permit is expiring, you can apply for a Bridging Open Work Permit, BOWP. This permit allows you to continue working in Canada while you await the processing of your PR application. It is a great option for those in transition but still wanting to maintain legal status and employment within Canada. 6. Explore employer-specific work permits. Consider exploring employer-specific work permits, which allow you to work for a specific employer in Canada. While these permits are tied to a particular job offer, they can provide temporary relief and enable you to continue building Canadian work experience. Programs like the Global Talent Stream also offer faster processing for high-demand occupations, making it worth checking if your field of expertise aligns with the program's criteria. While Canada's immigration policies are tightening, there are still pathways to stay in the country. However, time is of the essence, and immigrants must be proactive in exploring their options. As we've seen, Canada's immigration crackdown is creating uncertainty for thousands of international students and temporary foreign workers. With 70,000 international students set to leave by the end of 2024 and more immigrants following, these changes are reshaping the landscape for anyone hoping to stay and work in Canada. However, there are still opportunities out there. Provincial nominee programs and skills like French proficiency can make a significant difference in securing permanent residency. If you're impacted by these policy shifts, it's essential to act quickly, stay informed, and explore every available option to secure your future in Canada. Thanks for watching, and we hope you found this information valuable. If you want to stay updated on the latest immigration news and policies, don't forget to subscribe to Canada Chronicles and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got more insights and strategies coming your way. See you in the next video.